favorite bourbon. Take two more shots, you know I'm swerving from left to right. All night. Would you call me old fashioned if I kiss you in the rain in Manhattan? Oh, I can't wait until my lips are on yours. I can't help the way that I'm feeling. The way you look tonight is so appealing. Hold up, I need to pace myself. You're the bullet to my heart, I swear. I swear. Only took one shot. Only took one shot. The only thing I'll promise is I'll give you all I've got. Oh, you remind me of my favorite bourbon. Take a sip of you, baby, I'm swerving from left to right. Left to right. You remind me of my favorite bourbon. Take two more shots, you know I'm swerving from left to right.
Yeah, look, alright. Now pretty bourbon brown eyes, can I grab you off the shelf? You sweet but you strong, I gotta have you to myself. I'm trying to let you know that you're the only drink I'm trying to pour. Girl, it's Dunton, aka the slurring bourbon connoisseur. And look, I had a couple, so you know I'm telling the truth. I don't settle for Kettle One, I don't settle for Goose. First we had a couple rounds just to see how it go. Now it's time to tap that barrel, girl, let's see how it flow. You got that caramel dripping, now I'm sipping. They can't take you straight, but baby, I'm built different. It feels different. Listen, you keep getting Dunton loose. You far from the jungle juice, but you keep it 100 proof. I don't need no Coca-Cola or no Sprite for you. And yeah, you good on the rocks, might put that ice on you. You got that Jameson, that Johnny, or that Jack, and you can miss me. I need bourbon in my life, cause baby, you my favorite whiskey. Come on.
I don't want you holding back. Tell me everything, and I do mean everything. Everything. It's time for last call. You know that this liquor been flowing faster than free fall. If we keep going, I might not be able to recall. Bullet to my heart, I swear. Only took one shot. Only took one shot. Only thing I'll promise is I'll give you all I've got. Oh, you remind me of my favorite bourbon. Take a sip of you, baby, I'm swerving from left to right. Left to right. You remind me of my favorite bourbon. Take two more shots, you know I'm swerving from left to right. Oh, let the band play on, and they be playing our song.
Girl, it's Dunton, aka the slurring bourbon connoisseur. And look.
Hey y'all, what's smacking? How you crack-a-lacking? How you crack-a-lacking? What's macking? I am here with the most devilish, angelic slideshow ever. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this? It is I, Lisa the X, aka Brown Whiskey Woman, the devil, but I am also very angelic. Y'all see those wings? Y'all see my wings? Y'all see that? Hey, Holly. Hey, Diz. Hey, Brown Eyes. Hey, LaWanda. Hey, Natty. Hey, London. Hey, Lakita. How y'all doing? What's going on? Hey, Lioness Nala. Diz said the devil. Hey, Double Spirit. How you doing? Hey, Soul Food Diva. Hey, Miss Yvonne. Yeah, okay. So, Locke said it. For the record, we started with the lights off. So, just so you all know, this is a trident. This is not a pitchfork. Locke and I were discussing that prior to the show. So, yes, pitchforks are used by farmers. Tridents are used by whoever uses tridents. So we'll just put that to the side for now. So what's going on, y'all? Happy Thursday. Y'all ready for this? First, I'm gonna just give my disclaimer right off the bat. I practice major, all caps, restraint on this slideshow. Because y'all, I saw some stuff that disturbed even me. And I was like, they'll friend divorce me. They'll hate me if I show them that. So I practice a lot of restraint. I just want y'all to know that. Hey, Cruz. So anyway, I am Lisa the X, aka Brown Whiskey Woman. I am live from Lock and Key Media Studios, Space 2 in ATL Shawty. And we here. So last week some stuff happened, and the week before that some stuff happened, and I want to make sure that I acknowledge those things. First of all, the Twitch Awards happened on October 13th. I want to thank everybody who voted for me. I appreciate it. I want to say congratulations to the winners. Tweak Music Tips won in the talk show category, but a lot of people in our circle won awards. D-Man, Ebony, LV, Volatile for Soul Train, DJ Lady Prestige, Brazilian Shorty, Champ Lifestyles. It was a whole bunch of people. And if you want the complete list, go to Prodigy's IG and you will see the entire list. Okay. Also, I want to thank the committee, because this is the thing. And I know everybody does this whenever there's something like this. It takes a lot of work to put something like this together. And you know, they are very open to feedback. They were very clear about that, about things that can be improved for the next year and next time we have the awards. But shout out to Prodigy, David C. Dennis, Chanel B., and Drew Williams, as well as the Transparency Committee, Mr. Nate, Lock and Key Media, Diva929, Jess Deja, Christina Music Socks Alphabet, that's what we call her. And I want to say thank you to you all. I want to say thank you to all of them, because again, I realized that this is no easy task to put on something like this. So I think it was a great show. Drew Williams is probably just now realizing what a great show it was. He was on a little bit of a delay. So he probably is just now realizing that. But anyway, that happened. So I wanted to thank you all very much for your votes. I appreciate it. And then last week here, we had a very profound, moving, powerful show. And you can see that replay on YouTube, but we had D-Man remotely, and we also had London Michelle right here in the studio. And that was a very, very awesome, powerful show. On a personal note, I want to say that I kind of came in here and came to do this show and talk with them because they both have mothers who passed from breast cancer. And they're both only children. And I thought to myself, well, I'll be able to come in and talk to them and kind of be the facilitator of this discussion, the moderator of this discussion. And I didn't think that I would be as emotionally touched as I was because of my own experiences. But I really was. And I feel like everybody who was watching it, they were as well. So if you've ever lost anybody to anything, and I believe we all have at this point in life, it's going to touch you. So please go back and watch that replay. Hey, Doug Boogie, how you doing? Hey, Eb, one of our winners in here. Make sure you go back and check that out because it was really, really a moving show. So we have some commands and we got some stuff that we got to talk about. First of all, we're here. Y'all see that right down there, right? Donate Beats for a Cure, Brown Whiskey Woman. That's me. Exclamation point BFAC. That is my flyer. Y'all, please don't let me be DFL. Please, 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 please. I'm hustling. I want to make it happen. We're going to make it happen. Not I want to. We're going to make it happen. Also, we have exclamation point believe. That is for t-shirts and donations to M. Claudie. She is currently navigating her journey through breast cancer as we speak. Then also we have exclamation point kidney because New Eurekan Mommy is also still collecting for the kidney walk. So you have that. And then we have exclamation point promo because this Saturday, y'all, we have Beats for a Cure live, North and South. Look at that lineup. So we have the North lineup, and actually it is now going to start at 10 instead of 9. But that is the lineup. That is correct. You see Mixmaster Ice, UTFO, Champ Lifestyle, Aquaria, Alex Mahina, Bizon, Nita Dawn, D-Man, Drake, Vader, Lily Jade, who we found out is 11 years old, not 12, but she's 11 years old, Kev G, and DJ Tila. And then for South, we have LV, Legacy, Ebony, and Club Fro. And there are tickets still available for both. They are limited on the South end, I believe. But if you put exclamation point promo, Fresh Radio Show is going to come up. Their Twitch channel is going to come up. But if you want tickets, go to FreshRadioShow.com as you see on the flyer. So if you're here in the Atlanta area, please make sure you check it out. Of course, there's still tickets available for the North event, which happens on Saturday, which happens on Saturday. And speaking of that, there are some available prize tickets for the North event. If you are in the area, and this is only if you're in the area and you do not have a ticket, if you know you can get to Cleveland on Saturday for the event, please whisper me. Okay? Whisper me. Because we might be able to help you out with some tickets. As a matter of fact, I'm sure we can. Hey, Psalmist, how you doing? But they are limited in quantity. These were tickets that were donated by someone. So we have some free tickets, but they are limited in quantity. And I will be taking the first whispers that I get. But please do not reach out unless you know for a fact that you can attend. Okay? That's my only caveat on that. So you see the flyer. You can see all of the names and the faces and everything that goes with it. Good looking flyer. A lot of our folks from Atlanta. I'm really proud about that. And it's going to be a very dynamic event. Like, I got a little bit of FOMO. I admit just a little bit. All right. So tonight, as I said, I do have a slideshow, but I'm going to be making some drinks tonight. And I'm going to be drinking some things, a variety of things. I'm going to be creating some stuff. Hey, Bearded Baritone. I'm going to be creating some stuff as well. So I'm going to get to that. But I'm going to start off with a drink that I've had marinating a little bit. And you all will remember. Hey, Blue Majesty. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. Hey, Miss Misha. How you doing? Thank y'all for rolling on in here. But I have a cocktail that has been marinating since last week. You remember last week that London and I drank a drink that London created that tastes just like a caramel apple. All right. And what we used to make it was salty caramel whiskey. That's what that looks like. This is Old Smoky salty caramel. That's what that looks like. And we used apple cider. It was the Hillside Orchard Farms apple cider. It's going through Stream Elements. And you just mix the two things together. Let it sit. I put some sliced apples in it. You can use any type of apple that you would like. And you just let it sit. And it tastes just like a caramel apple. And it's just half and half. No real measurements to it. So this is my cocktail from last week. And again, I'm thinking it's going to be even better because it had a little time to sit. I think the longer it sits, the better it is. So I'm going to be drinking that. But before I get started, since I am dressed as the devil this evening, I thought, let me kick this off right. This is Devil's Cut. This is Jim Beam Devil's Cut. And I have talked about this on this show before. And this little smidge was sitting in my garage. So I was like, yeah, this is appropriate for the show tonight. So what Devil's Cut is in the distillation world is it is the portion of whiskey that is absorbed by the barrel. And what Jim Beam did was they extract that liquid out of the barrel and they use it to make whiskey. The portion that evaporates into the air is called the angel share. So I figured, let's kick it off. Let me have a shot, which y'all know I don't really do shots on this show or a taste, but I already tasted it before. So really, I guess this is a shot. This is really not a taste. But this is my corner that I'm going to be finishing up of my Devil's Cut. And this has been sitting in my garage for a minute, so I hope this tastes all right. We shall see. Cheers, y'all. So just smelling it, I mean, and I've had it before. It's very, has like a caramel type of smell to me. And then like fruit would be the two things that I would say it is together. So cheers. It's been sitting in my garage, but it still tastes good to me. It still tastes good to me. And the garage is not the best place to store your liquor, trust. I don't know what it is about, I mean, because I think about your garage, well, my garage. Extreme temperatures, right? Really, really high, really, really cold sometimes. But this is not in a barrel. This is sitting in a glass. So anyway. But that's the Devil's Cut. And since I was on my way out and I saw it, I was like, let me grab it. And cheers to Halloween. Some good stuff. It's very, very smooth. Believe it or not, it's light. It's not harsh. Not harsh at all. I like it. I like it. I am not, I've talked about Jim Beam before. I prefer Jack to Jim in most cases, but there are times that I somewhat like some Jim products. This is a time that I like a Jim product. Okay, this is one of those times. So the Devil's Cut, I recommend this. This is roughly here in Atlanta. I think it's about maybe $30, $35, somewhere in there is the cost of it. And I didn't put my glasses out today, but this is 90 proof. I can see that. It's 90 proof and it says made with bourbon extracted from the barrel walls. Kentucky straight bourbon, of course, Jim Beam is, I was looking for the exact city that it's out of, but of course it's the Louisville area. And then they give the legacy on the side of it. We extract this dark and intense liquid from our charred white oak barrels. Has all of that information on the side. Genuine bean bourbon, extra aged. So I highly recommend the Jim Beam Devil's Cut. All right. So y'all, I got my fan because I got on this hair today. Okay, I got on this hair. And I know at some point I'm going to be very warm. I'm already very warm. Plus I drank that. So anyway, I'm gonna taste my marinade and see what it tastes like. And again, I tasted it last week, so I know it's good. It's been chilling in the refrigerator. So I'm gonna pour a little bit of that up. And then we're gonna get into our slideshow. Y'all ready for this slideshow? Y'all ready? This slideshow that I prepared especially for you all, but with a little bit of restraint in mind. And I'm going to give y'all a place you can go if you want to see some of the very inappropriate things that I saw. I'm gonna just give you the website. We'll talk about that. But anyway, this is the caramel apple cocktail. Shout out to London from Michelle, who gave me the idea for this. It was something that we saw on IG, and London was like, if you tweak it a little bit, I bet it'll taste just like a caramel apple. And she was absolutely correct. So cheers. Yep. Hell yeah. Missy Bond said I'm a little scared. y'all scared? Y'all, why? Because somebody was shaking his head frantically. Yes. I practice a lot of restraint. When y'all see it, you're gonna understand. You're gonna understand. All right, let's roll tape on it. Let's roll tape on it. Let's get it going. All right. So I started off here because I did not want us to forget what we're here for. Because this whole month is about Beats for a Cure. It's about breast cancer awareness. So I wanted us to start off in the right place, in the right frame of mind. That first one I loved with her scarf and how they have it painted. I mean, and that pumpkin looks just like boobs. Looks just like a set of boobs. With the hope and the ribbon. I mean, I just thought that was super cute. And then, of course, the other ribbons that are on the stacked pumpkins. I thought that was really cool. And, of course, those are just painted on. And then the last one is actually a carved pumpkin. And I thought, this is really cool, the way they did it. And they put the beading around it, the gems. And this is actually for an event. All of these came from a website of an event that is done that's called Pink Pumpkins for the Cause. And I thought that was just really cool. I love the way they did the pumpkins, and they had a lot of stuff. So yeah. Hattie says she's sugaring us up first. Listen, y'all, I gotta raise $1,000, okay? Okay, I got $1,000 I need to raise. Next. So see y'all? Really cute. So the first one, I loved it, of course, with the little pumpkins on top and then the little bikini top. That was really cute. And then you see her little hat on top of the stem. I thought this was really cute. Like, honestly, I could have done a whole show with just these. But then I wouldn't be me if I did that. So I wasn't going to do that. The one that says Hope, love that one. And then, of course, the one that reminds me of Mrs. Potato Head because it says Save the Tatas. But I love it. It just looks just like Mrs. Potato Head to me. Maddie said, waiting for the foolishness. You all just do not trust me anymore, do you? Again, Locke is shaking his head. No. Y'all, I'm trustworthy most of the time. You know, just saying. I am most of the time. Y'all should see this look that I'm getting from Locke. Y'all, this should be a camera flip so you can see his face. But anyway, next. All right, so now we get into it. I broke out my trident now. Blue Majesty said, history dictates that. Okay. So can I just tell y'all that pumpkins throwing up was a big thing. They had a lot of this. I mean, I was freaking amazed at how many pictures of pumpkins throwing up there were. So yeah, this is just a few of them. This is just a few of them. The first one with the pumpkin throwing up on the other one's head, and in that one, yeah. Lakita said they're wasting some great seeds. Yeah. But I mean, the simplicity of it, but then the coolness of it, I have to say I like it. Now he said, moves dinner to the side. Yeah, okay. Next. So these I love because I thought they were creative. So, of course, the first one, that's actually a squash that they carved up to look like an octopus. And they did the pumpkin like a clamshell. And I mean, just the artistry that people put into pumpkin carving. If you all have never seen Halloween Wars, that is a fantastic show. They have a cake artist, a candy artist, and a pumpkin carver. And the three of them work together and they have these different challenges. It's a fantastic show, really interesting, really fun. My son and I usually watch it every Halloween. It's a lot of fun, so check it out. But it is called Halloween Wars. So see if you can find that on your streaming services to see the things they create. Natty said, you think about, okay, the same things with the first one. Okay, yeah, okay. Petty Pendergrass. All right, next. All right, so these, again, I just thought they were really creative. That first one, though, that's candy corn. That is candy corn that they put all over that pumpkin. Now, I know we have people in here, Ebony, that really like candy corn. And then we have people, the rest of us, that really don't like candy corn. But I did think that that was pretty inventive. I mean, that's something really different. I like that. And of course, the Starbucks one, I love that. Wow, so this is proper use of candy corn. Yeah, okay. Linda said it looks nasty. Nina Sivan said might as well eat a candle. Yeah, that does take a lot of glue, Psalmist. I totally agree. I mean, that, again, A, for creativity. I mean, I thought these were both really cool. Next. Hey, Mr. Nate. Okay, so I did this one like big picture because I love this. I absolutely love how they carved this snake and the detail of the carving. So instead of like, they call this pumpkin sculpting as opposed to carving. And I really like this. This really impressed me when I saw it. And this came across my feed quite a few times. You all know I went down the rabbit hole and looked at a whole bunch of pictures for y'all. But I loved it. I love this one. Next. Okay, so now we get into the pumpkin sculpting. And this is a big thing. You know, there are a lot of people that are really into this. And I love these. And I love the way they use the vines of the pumpkin creatively. Because that one with the fly swatter and how he has legs and everything, that's really cool. And right, the first one is Gizmo. So I like that one. Actually, I love that movie, Gremlins. I think Gremlins is really funny and cool and scary in some parts too. But I love it. But these are called sculptures, pumpkin sculpting. Very creative. Exactly. Next. So these are some more of the sculptures. So I love the one of a guy shaving. And I mean, just look at the detail in his face. Like, that's amazing to me. Absolutely amazing. Now, y'all help me because I cannot remember the actor's name with the hat on. I know that's an old school actor, but I cannot remember his name for anything. And it just was escaping me the whole time I was putting this together. Thank you, Lakita. Oliver Hardy. I could not remember that for shit. So thank you. I tried so hard because I was like, I would be able to Google it if I could think of his damn name, but I could not think of his name. Like from Laurel and Hardy. And I know that might be from, a lot of you all is pre-you. But they were actually a movie comedy duo from back in the day. And it was Laurel and Hardy. So thank you, Lakita. I appreciate that. Next. So this is some more of the sculpture. Now I put the one of the dog in there because the way the dog is giving that damn sculpture the side eye. I was like, he is like, what is happening in my world today? I don't even know. And then I love the one with the nose. And look how they use the pumpkin seeds as like snot or boogers, whatever, or tears. I don't know. Ebony said that's Locke. Oh my Ebony, which one? The one that the dog is side-eyeing or the one with the snotty nose? I don't know. I mean, Ebony said that shit. I didn't say it. But I don't know if those are tears or he's sneezing. I'm thinking because of the tissue. Oh, damn. Ebony said the dog is Locke. Okay. I'll let Locke address that. Okay, not the dog, right. Luana, you put up the right emote. Look for the timeout, Ebony. Yeah. Okay, next. Okay, so some more of the sculptures. Again, I love the use of the vines. Those are pumpkin vines. I love that one with the knife and the fork and him sitting in front of his food. The detail in the faces. Hey, Tab, how you doing? Hey, Twitch bestie. The detail in the face. That looks just like a person. I mean, that's so realistic to me. And then the one in front of the saloon, she's a saloon girl. And just FYI, y'all, my mother loves Westerns, right? And she always has, like my entire life. Y'all, how about it took me to be like damn near 40 years old before I realized that saloon girls were hookers? I had been watching the Westerns with my mother, and I did not realize that the saloon girls were hookers. Okay? Call me slow. Talk about me. But I was like I said, I was like 40 years old. Then finally it dawned on me, wait a minute. They in there, they all dressed up in their finery showing their cleavage and shit because they selling it. Not whiskey. They selling it. It just, I don't know. I don't know. I was slow in that area at that time with the Westerns. Maybe because I wasn't fully involved or engaged in it. I don't know. But it just took me a minute to get that. So, yeah, they dancing hoes. That's what Natty said. They are trollops. Exactly. They are trollops. And can I just say this? This is another, like, I know I'm going down the rabbit hole, but I got to say this about my father, right? God rest his soul. When I was young, he had this thing about he didn't like seeing women chew gum. So he did not allow me to chew gum in his presence. So when I was a little girl, he would say, only trollops and whores chew gum. Y'all, I didn't know what a trollop nor a whore was because I was like 7. I didn't know what that was. And I remember I asked my brother, what is a trollop? He was like, what? I was like, what is a whore? He was like, what? He was like, Lisa. And I said, well, Dad says it all the time, and I'm just trying to understand. And then he kind of like told me what it was, and I was like, oh, okay, then I don't want to chew gum either. And to this very day, I really don't like chewing gum in public. I'll chew it privately or in the car or something, but I don't really like it. Hey, Outlaw. Right. The boss was, and Outlaw, listen, my mother watches Gunsmoke like every day, and Miss Kitty was like the madam, but I was 40. I'm 60 now, just saying. So I've been knowing for a little while, but I was like 40 before I figured it out. So yeah, just want to let y'all know. Next. Okay, so these two. So the first one with the hand, like I love that, and how they use the pumpkin seeds, pumpkin seeds. I'm gonna get this out. Pumpkin seeds, right? Yeah, someone said, yeah, I hesitate to chew gum, to chaw gum in case someone gave it one attention from some random man. Exactly. I do not want to be accused of being a whore or a trollop unless I want to be a whore or a trollop. I just want to be clear. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds. I love the way this looks. I just love the photography. I love the visual on it. Like, this is so cool to me, how they did this. And of course, I mean, it's like some stop motion photography there where they have like it's his teeth that are flying out. So I love it. And then that one with the witch, the hag. I mean, she's either a witch or a sleeping hag, I guess. Y'all, that is friggin' phenomenal. Look at the detail of that. I'm not gonna lie, that's scary. If I walked up on somebody's damn porch and saw that, I'd be a little scared, okay? And I love Salma's. Hey, lady, I like the way you smack that gum. And you know, smacking was totally out the question with the gum, but of course, I never chewed it in front of him. But smacking the gum, popping the gum, blowing bubbles, oh, hell to the no. He was not having that. But if I saw this on somebody's porch, the way that I would be so scared, so afraid, but the detail of it and the skill level of this. And if you all ever watch that show I'm telling you about, Halloween Wars, you will see the way these people do this, the way that they carve these pumpkins, how they integrate it with the cake and the candy and all that. It's phenomenal the way that they do it. But these people have skills. They have a skill set that is like amazing. Absolutely amazing. Next. All right. So these, I love these. I love the one with the eye. It looks like he's going to pop his eyes out. And again, this is using the pumpkin vines. And then the one where he's like pulling his face back, or she. Tails said I can't chew gum without popping it. Yeah, PTSD, elemental P from childhood, y'all. You know, things that your parents tell you to stick with you, because I still am very self-conscious about it. But anyway, I love these. I love both of these. And after we look at these, let's take a break and I'm concocting some stuff today. Okay, because we're gonna stop. And I am going to make a drink. I've been sipping on my caramel apple. And then we're going to come back. Okay. So we're going to make a drink. Yeah, as soon as I get some light, we're going to make a drink. Thank you. Appreciate that. Y'all hear this grunting that I'm getting over here? Mm-hmm. All right. So I saw some stuff in the store and I was like, what if I put this with this, with this, with that, and come up with whatever I'm going to come up with? I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I don't know what this is going to taste like. I don't have any names for it. It's just something. So let's start off with this. This is Stella Rosa Peach. Of course, I bought this because I absolutely love the packaging. And that's what it looks like. That's the bottle. And this is Day of the Dead packaging. And for those of you who don't know about Day of the Dead, that is a holiday that is celebrated primarily in Mexico, but of course in other Hispanic countries. And it honors those who have crossed over. And it's a whole thing, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about Day of the Dead probably on the next show. But I love the packaging. This was about $12. Stella Rosa was founded in 1917. That's when the winery was founded. But it was created in 1990. So they have over 25 flavors. This is part of their Stellaween collection, which I love the play on words. But I found out that Stella Rosa Black is the most popular flavor of all the 25 that they have. So my thought was, let's create something with this Stella Rosa. So when I tell y'all we experimenting, and I said experimenting, that's what we doing. We experimenting. We experimenting. So I have a glass that I sugared, and I wanted to show y'all my Day of the Dead plate. This is what I put my sugar on. So I have Halloween sprinkles, and these have orange, black, purple, so on and so forth. I use this. Hey, Miss KB, sprinkle that on the plate. And then I took some simple syrup. That's the simple syrup. I put that around the rim of my glass. And then I took my glass as such. And you can kind of see the sugaring on the rim. Hey, living life Golden said, who is this woman? It is I, the devil in disguise, right? But I sugared my rim by sprinkling the sugar on the plate. You take it upside down and twist it around with the simple syrup. You can also use a lemon. Some people use a lemon or just water. And of course, it gives a little extra. And you can put more sugar on it if you want to. Totally up to you how you choose to sugar the rim. Now, I am going to build this in the shaker. And then I'm going to add the Stella Rosa because the truth is, I do not know if this is carbonated or not. We're going to take it out of here. And this is what the peach looks like. I'm thinking it's just a regular peach bottle. That's what it looks like. And it is. It's the regular Stella Rosa peach, but they just put it in the Stellaween packaging. And it says Stella Rosa peach. This was about $12. And I'm looking for it's 5% alcohol by volume. Okay, so Stella is really, really reasonable in terms of pricing. Of course, all the wonderful flavors. So, my thought was, I said I was going to put it in the shaker, but you know what? I might be able to just build it in the glass. Okay, so you do think, okay, LaWanda, thank you. She said it is carbonated. Okay, thank you. I think I'm going to build it in the glass. So I'm not doing any real measurements on this. But I kind of saw this recipe that I thought I would tweak a little bit. So what it's going to be is Stella Rosa peach, bourbon, triple sec, and lime juice. I don't know how this is going to taste. Hey, Marcia, how you doing? I don't know how this is going to taste together, but I have a funny feeling that it might be all right. So I think I'm going to start with my bourbon. Okay, I'm going to start with that as my base. So I have Four Roses, which is one of my favorite bourbons of all time. Started out in 1884, but they claim production all the way back to the 1860s. It's out of Louisville, Kentucky, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky specifically. Runs about $30 or $40. This is single barrel, which means all the whiskey comes out of one barrel. And Four Roses is one of the few whiskeys that survived Prohibition because they had a permit to create medical whiskey. Only 6 distilleries were granted that. There were 10 licenses, but 6 received the permits. And Four Roses is one of the ones that survived Prohibition. So they were continuous during Prohibition. So I'm going to start with this in my drink. And, well, I was going to do a half. I think I'm going to do a whole. Oof. Oh, that had a nice ass gurgle. This is a brand new bottle, though. Oof. That's the cork, real cork for Four Roses. The single barrel, I think, is probably my favorite of Four Roses. I'm probably going to do a whole show on Four Roses at some point or another in my life. Just getting around to it. Then the next thing is I'm going to use this little corner of triple sec that I have. And it is a corner. I'm trying to use some of the corners that I have at my house. So triple sec is a orange flavored liqueur, a lot like Grand Marnier. But usually the triple sec is a little bit cheaper. So we're going to put a splash of that in there. Because a splash is all we got. And then I'm going to do some lime juice. So, of course, I got my real lime juice right there. Put a splash of that in there. Again, no real measurements. And then I'm going to top it with the Stella Rosa peach. Now, I admit I bought the Stella Rosa peach. I didn't even know what flavor it was. I just bought it because it was Day of the Dead. And I love the packaging. So we're going to top it with this. Killing me today with the gurgles. Woo. Ooh-wee. I love it. So I'm going to put that off to the side. And this would be called a build because we poured everything in the glass and we build it as we were going. So this is a build. So cheers. We'll see if this tastes good or not. Y'all. That gets a hell yeah. That gets a hell motherfucking yeah. That was good. This is a good ass drink. So a lot of times for me, I see recipes online. And of course, a lot of times they have vodka in them or gin. And I'll substitute in a heartbeat. I'll say, okay, I don't drink clears, so I'm going to go with, my bourbon. So I will substitute the bourbon. That's not really the thing. But sometimes you don't really know how everything's going to interact together. So this is kind of a hybrid of, I saw a recipe on the Stella Rosa site, and they have some fantastic recipes on there. I advise you to check it out for a Stella Rosa margarita. But I think they used a different wine. I think they used Stella Rosa Black or some other flavor. So I wasn't sure. I was like, I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out. So I didn't experiment at home. I just experimented here. This is good. This gets a hell yeah. So this is a great Halloween drink. And it has like a little orange hue to it. So since it's Halloween, before Halloween, also I was like, we need some Halloween garnishes, right? So my thought was, the plastic spiders that they sell, and I got a whole package of them. So look, got these from the Dollar No Mosto. Okay, the spider rings. They say 99 cents, but they was $1.25 at the Dollar No Mosto. So these were orange and black spider rings. So I thought, okay, we can use these as our little garnish. So what I did was I just cut them. And that way you can put them on the side of the glass. Got a black one and an orange one. And there's your little garnish. See, that looks cute, right? Lock is shaking his head no. So wait a minute, wait. He busy doing something else. I ain't gonna mess with him, but I'm like, you just gonna be over there shaking your head and stuff. So I gotta tell the people what you're doing. This is the Stella Rosa Peach, Marcia. That's what this is. The drink itself doesn't really have a name. I don't know. Maybe y'all can name it for me. I gotta get better with coming up with names, but I'm not very good at that. Because I create things and then I really need to name them. Right? I really do need to name them. But it has Stella Rosa Peach, bourbon, 1 jigger of bourbon, a splash of triple sec, a splash of lime juice, and a sugared rim. Okay? Lamanda said, it's enough real lemon pepper spiders outside. Yeah, you know what? My exterminator was telling me that this year the spiders have been they've been on 12. And they are here in Georgia. And what she's talking about is they have these spiders here. They're black and yellow. They're called banana spiders. They're orb weavers. And I'm kind of fascinated with spiders. I admit that. I admire spiders. But they're called banana spiders. And they have been on the wild because they everywhere. And they grow really large, but they're not venomous. And they're great for controlling bugs, other bugs. So they have a purpose, but they're scary looking. So yeah, orb weavers, exactly. So yeah, this is something you could do. Another thing that I thought would be really cool are these. I got some skeleton bones. These are plastic. You can use those. So this is something maybe I'll put in the other drink. Of course, like gummies, gummy spiders, gummy worms, things like that you can use to accent your drink, anything like that. I got a big spider. right there. I don't know if you want to put him in the drink, but I guess he could sit on top of it. That would be kind of a cool look. Yeah. So London said, if you see your glass glistening at night, those are the eyes of small spiders. So yeah, but I thought this was, just a really cute idea. A lot of things you can do. Of course, if you Googly, in the words of London, you can find a lot of great creative ideas for Halloween drinks, especially if you're doing a party or something like that. Hey, LaShawn, how you doing? But this is good. This is really good. This was a successful experiment right here. And the sugared rim adds a little something to it. It does. London says she is just passing that information along. Anyone can be scared with you. Totally. Y'all have been thinking about a spider tattoo. What do y'all think? Y'all know I have all kinds of animals and whatnot on my arm. But I've been thinking about one like on the hand. But this is and I saw somebody with this, right? But you know what I was thinking when I first get it, I'll probably look down and be like, every time, like jumping because I think it's a spider on my hand. I don't know. Just how my mind works, All right, let's take a look at some more of our slideshow, please, before we get into our next drink. Okay, so these. Hey, T Summers, how you doing? Haven't seen you in forever, girl. How you doing? I love these because I love the way they were illuminated. And it's not so much that the carving was like extravagant, particularly on the second one. Hey, Mac, how you doing? Get a snake. It's your year. I got a snake, Mac. Where you been? I got a snake on my arm. I got a snake. It is my year. And I held up my arm like you could see it. Okay. Anyway, y'all, Mac is my son, and he knows what I got on my arm. Or at least I thought he did. He forgot. But anyway, I love the way that these were illuminated. So that's the reason why I wanted to show these. Like I said, the second one to me is not some, really exquisite, ornate, complicated carving, but the way that they did it with the stem serving as the nose and the illumination they put in the inside is absolutely fantastic. I love it. Next. Same for these. So that first one, again, I loved it because I love how they put the green light in the inside of it. It gave it a totally different look. And my son is in here. Mac is in here. Mac is a really good pumpkin carver, you all. I mean, he's an artist. So, of course, I, to a certain degree, expect him to be really good at pumpkin carving. But he is really, really good at it. That second one, of course, is like a Chinese mask. And I really like that one, too, the way it looks. And a lot of times, when they carve them, you don't really see the true beauty of them until they're totally illuminated. And then the one with the witch, with the spider coming down, love that one, too. They're amazing. Next. Because I'm me and y'all are you. He turned off the lights on me. Y'all, this is where it started going there, but I started practicing restraint. And I know y'all don't believe me because you're like, well, shit, she's showing us this. I practiced restraint because I saw some shit that I really was like, oh my God, I can't even believe that somebody carved this. But of course, that first one with the X's on the eyes, that's just rope. And of course, they use pins for the teeth. And I thought it was Marcia said, show us. I thought that was really like ingenious the way y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I'm impressed by people's creativity and the things that people come up with. I love it. The second one, I love the whole punk rocker thing, and he's got like the hinges as his ears with the padlocks. I like it. And that looks like a handle to a cabinet or something as his nose. I like it. I think it's really good. Yeah. So it's an interesting use of baby carrots. Yeah, baby carrots can be used in many ways. And yeah. Can you hear me thinking? Can y'all hear me thinking? Rwanda said the hinges and the lock for the ears and earrings, that's about $20 worth of metal on that one. Yeah, and honestly, forget you, lock. Honestly, they probably paid. Let's be honest, you can get like 3 pumpkins for $12 at Kroger. All right, you can. So that stuff probably costs way more than a pumpkin did. Just saying. All right. So yeah. Yeah. And then that last one that Psalmist so eloquently spoke of, interesting use of baby carrots with the centipede. First of all, the look on the pumpkin's face is like scary as hell to me. It's like gruesome. The Wanda said that's Locke's pumpkin for the holiday. Locke, that's yours with the locks. Yeah, but they did do a really good job with this. And okay, so Blue Majesty said as expensive as food is these days, I wouldn't be pleased in making that last one. Wasted food, shaking my head. Yeah, and I'm just gonna say, maybe this is that thing where, okay, once a year, Halloween, you get carte blanche to kind of do whatever with the food. I don't know, but you're right. Groceries are expensive as hell. So they were left over probably in the junk drawer. But yeah, I love the way they did it. I just thought it was interesting. Next. Okay, so these, y'all, they're scary. They're scary, but they're creative. I like them. I really like that green one with the fangs in the middle. That was like probably my favorite one. But again, how I was talking about the throwing up pumpkins, the vomiting pumpkins seemed like to be a big deal. This also was a big deal. I saw so many pictures of pumpkins eating other pumpkins or the leg. They had one that I declined to show you that was a baby doll being eaten. And I didn't show that one. I'll just tell you about it. But yeah, this was a theme. Thank you, London. I mean, yeah, that's a foot. So I love this. I mean, I love Halloween. Halloween is like my favorite holiday. So I love it. But yeah, I like these, and these are the tamer ones that I selected out of what could possibly be viewed out there on the interwebs. So let's make a drink. Let's come on back and let's make a drink. Blue Majesty said, mess around and sleep with the lights on. Yeah, let's come back and let's make a drink. So let me tell y'all about what I'm gonna use. Okay, I need the lights to see to make a drink. Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay, and he is shining his damn flashlight on me. Okay. So I found this, y'all. This is called Lorena, 1895. And this is blood orange flavored sparkling beverage. Okay, that's what it looks like. I found this in Ross for $5. Usually the price is around $6. Okay, so I saved $1. I saved the whole entire $1. So I want to tell you a little bit about the Lorena because this was kind of a fascinating story. So this was started in 1895 in Munster, France by a gentleman named Victor Gaillard. in the Lorraine region of Munster, France. In 1900, he started to engrave the bottle, and they considered this a mechanical closure. That was interesting to me that it's a mechanical closure, because I didn't think anything about this was mechanical, but okay. I was like, okay. So Locke said it is. You can tell the peoples, but I never would have thought of it as a mechanical closure, but that's what they call this. It became the name. They named it Lorena in 1946 in honor of the boat that saved thousands of British soldiers in 1940. Dunkirk's beach battle. Dunkirk's beach battle. Let me get that right. His grandson was a Marine. And prior to that, it was just called Guyer's Lemonade, because he started off making lemonade first, and then he made other flavors. I love the story. I just absolutely love the story. So my thought was blood orange is pretty damn good. Blood oranges that's some good stuff. Sometimes it's difficult to find them fresh. Usually you have to go to like a Whole Foods or a Sprouts or someplace like that. Sometimes you can find them, sometimes you cannot. But I thought blood orange, Halloween, we got a whole look going on here. Let's try it. So let's put some ice in a glass. We're going to keep this simple, I think. Put a couple of pieces in here. And wait a minute. There's a lot of liquid in there. From the ice. Okay, there we go. Put some ice in here, and let's put some bourbon in here, and let's see what it tastes like. Okay. And I'm going to taste this on its own so I can kind of give you a rating. Hey, Tank, how you doing? So again, I'm using the Four Roses. This time I'm going to go with a jigger and a half. It's a good thing you're an angel. I am too. See my angel wings? I'm a devilish angel. So I'm gonna go with a jigger and a half for this. And again, I am building this. And let me taste the Lorena. Let me taste the blood orange, because I've never had this flavor. I've had the lemonade before, but I have never had this particular flavor. Woo, that's pretty. Y'all see that? I know that's the carbonation, but wow, it's nice. It's almost like the smoker. So I'm gonna taste this to see what it tastes like. Ooh, it got a lot of carbonation in it. I know that. Heard that, right? So let's see what it tastes like. That's good. Very orangey, okay? Strong orange flavor. And blood oranges do have a stronger flavor than regular oranges do. This is good. So I'm anticipating this being damn good with this bourbon. So this is just going to be 2 ingredients unless I need to add something else, because again, I'm experimenting, right? So I'm going to just top it with the blood orange. And technically this is not a cocktail because it doesn't have 3 ingredients. It's only 2. This would be considered a mixed drink till I add something to it. But let's see what it tastes like. Cheers, y'all. That's good. Now, it's good, but would I add something? Yes, I would. So just in case I needed to, I brought my Reed's ginger beer because I was like, it might need a little something, something. So I bought it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to pop this open. And I'm going to top it with a little ginger beer. Ooh, that had a little gurgle to it too. So we almost got like double carbonation. So now it is officially a cocktail because it has 3 ingredients. I'm using my dehydrated oranges as a garnish. And that's what they look like. You can dehydrate your own oranges, but of course you can buy them. I bought those at Whole Foods. They were about $6 because I'm lazy and didn't feel like dehydrating any oranges. So I just said, I'll buy a whole box of them for $6. And these have lasted me forever. Put it right there on top. Of course, you could get some fresh oranges, slice them on the side. And then let's use our little bones, right? Again, let's make this look like Halloween. Don't drink the bones. Don't drink the bones. Cheers, y'all. That made it better. I definitely made it better. The ginger, the blood orange, and the bourbon together is an excellent mix. It's excellent. You could just do the blood orange. I mean, because you might be fine with that. Hey, Stirs, how you doing? You might be fine with that. But there's something about adding that ginger to it, those 3 ingredients, just gave this a whole different feel. All right, whole different feel, whole different taste. I like it. You could probably add some other things. I am all about the experimentation. My problem is I do write them down. I do write what I create down. I just don't ever name them. So I got to work on the names. But I like this. This is good. So y'all, I got another. Hell yeah. So I'm 3 for 3 tonight. Actually, I'm 4 for 4 with my devil's cut, right? This is good. This is good. Of course, you could do some gummies or something like that. And I'm talking about the kind that you buy in the store, like gummy worms, gummy spiders, that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about anything else. If you want to do that, that's on you. But yeah, but this is good. And cute little look too, with the bones in it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, those kinds of gummies. Natty, that kind of gummy. All right, so let's continue with our slideshow, please. Yeah, agreed, T. Summers. I have visited Nearest Green, and they do an excellent tour. It's wonderful. It is. I advise, first of all, there are some great distilleries out there. But right now, if you can support Nearest, do so. So, y'all, come on, it's me. It's me. So let me tell you the story of this. The first thing is she was on the pole, and that's what she was doing. Then after she got off the pole, she said, let's do this quick. Let's do this dirty. And then next, the next thing that happened was the swimmers swam. That's the name of that pumpkin. It's called Swim. And then the next thing you know, she was pregnant and she had a baby. Also, another theme, y'all. There were so many pumpkins giving birth, and this was one of the less graphic ones. Just saying. I chose this one on purpose because you know what? I do love y'all. Believe it or not, I really do love y'all. And I didn't want y'all to friend divorce me and put me in the dark yet again. But But that pumpkin is called Keep Swimming. That was the name of it. It was it was called Keep Swimming. Y'all, Locke walked out. I'm okay. First of all, y'all, he's just being so quiet today. I ain't used to this. I'm not used to his silence. Maddie, get out.
I did.
And he did. He left. He left the room. But I love this. And I mean, again, shout out to the people whose minds and imaginations work a lot like mine, I suppose, in some instances, but they have the skill set to execute this. Next. So then she had that baby. And look at that baby, right? And it's pooping because that's what babies do. And then there she is. She got to use the breast pump some milk for that baby. And she looked tired. And I said, tired. That's T-Y-E-D. Miss Katie said the baby is huge. The baby is a pumpkin. Yes, the baby is huge. She's going to say, the breast pump is the devil. I agree. Anybody who's ever experienced that, they know. They know. Yeah. So, Locke said I want to go home and I'm already home. Yeah. So, there you go. Next. So, I wanted to leave y'all with it on a positive note. Check your pumpkins for lumpkins. Check your pumpkins for lumpkins. So, can I just get a 1 in the chat if y'all realize that I practice restraint? Because this is the end of the slideshow. This is the last slide. Can I get a 1 in the chat if y'all understand how much restraint I practiced? I get the London look instead. So I must put a pinky. Thank you, Miss KB. I did. Okay. Strong 3. Wow. Y'all know how most of the slideshows go. Wanda gave me the belt. Y'all know this is mild for me. Y'all know this is Lakita turn off the lights on me. Y'all know this is mild for me because when I tell y'all that I saw some stuff, okay, so I told you I was going to tell y'all about a website. Locke ain't gonna let me go there because woof. But it was called Ranker. Ranker. Ranker.com. And I typed in inappropriate pumpkins. That's what I typed in. And y'all, the stuff that I saw on there, I needed a drink right then and there. Right then and there, I needed a drink. And I was sitting at home in the comfort of my home at my own computer. Yeah. Ranker.com has some stuff on there. So if you all want to see the things that I did not show you, go check it out. Go check it out, okay? Because they had some things, very graphic things, very sexual things that if I showed on here, I probably would get kicked off because one of y'all would probably report my ass. I don't know, or some lurker and Locke is raising his hand. Yeah, they had some stuff on there that I just was like, oh my God, a person actually carved this? So yes, your ass banned from here forever. Y'all would probably ban me for the rest of my days. So there's that. There's that. So this was restraint. And even when I got to the sexual ones, I practiced some restraint because there were some body parts and there were some activities that I chose not to show. Hey, K. Marie. I did. I was very good. Now, I just want you all to know Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming. And that seems to be the time that y'all really seem to appreciate in full effect, the Christmas antics, activities, shenanigans. Also, there is next week. This is the Halloween before Halloween show. There is next week, but we're on Beats for a Cure next week. So I'm going to try to behave myself. Okay. Someone said veiled threat. Yeah, or out and out one. I don't know. I'm just saying there's Christmas is coming. It's sort of like winter is coming. Christmas is coming. And like I said, that seems to be the theme. So, yeah. So, in review, we had a lovely slideshow, did we not? Did we not, Breaky Trees? We had a good slideshow, right? Considering. Next week is my official Halloween Beats for a Cure show. Panky will be making an appearance. New and improved, or at least embellished, we're going to say, okay? There will be a story. I found a really cool story for y'all. And it's, I'm on from 8 to 10, so I'm on prime time. So, it's not even a risque story. It's a good story, but a good one. We will have some pink drinks. I will have another slideshow, but because it's Beats for a Cure, I'm going to take it down. I don't know, maybe at least 2 octaves. I'm not going to lie to you and say I'm going to take it down like 5, but I'm going to take it down like 2 octaves, right? Because it's Beats for a Cure and the eyes of the world may be upon us. So I'm keeping that in mind. So it's going to be some stuff. It's going to be some stuff happening. So let me review what I made. Let me review what I drank today. And then we're going to get into showing some flyers and information for Beats for a Cure. Okay. So the very first thing that I tasted was my Devil's Cut. Because tonight I presented myself as the devil with angel's wings. So this is it. It's the Devil's Cut. Again, this is Jim Beam, 90 proof. This comes straight from the barrel. They extract it from the walls of the barrel to create this. And Devil's Cut is really good stuff. This is a good Jim Beam product. Okay, so definitely worth it. Miss KB said, Doc and Keisha is sending you thoughts and prayers ahead of next week. Thoughts and prayers, right? So, yeah, this is what I started off my shop with. Again, chilling in my garage. This is good. And I'm going to finish my shot. That's some good stuff. Okay, so I gave that the hell yeah. Knocking over my shot. That got the hell yeah. Okay. Then the second thing I did was I created something. Created a couple of things today. So I used the Stella Rosa Peach, and remember, it was in that lovely wrapper. And this is part of their Stella Wing collection. So this is Day of the Dead. So that's really, hey, Big Stove, how you doing? Good evening. Love the packaging. I didn't even pay attention to what flavor it was. I just love the packaging. And if you all live in a city that does Day of the Dead celebrations, go check them out. They do it here at Oakland Cemetery here in Atlanta. They have a wonderful Day of the Dead celebration where you can see the shrines that people create to honor their loved ones. They put all of their favorite foods out, marigolds, their personal items, because they believe that during that time, the veil is very thin and that people from the other side, their departed loved ones, can come back for this one night and celebrate. So it's really a beautiful commemoration to honor your loved ones. Okay, I always burn a candle for my loved ones during that time. And if there's a celebration I can go to, I always go to. But anyway, this is the Stella Rosa Peach. Really good, 5% alcohol by volume, very tasty. That's what was inside of here. Just let you know, they just made it pretty for Halloween. But that's their peach. Mackie said, makes you want to watch Coco. I know. Listen, y'all, if y'all have never seen the movie Coco, watch it. Because first of all, it does an excellent job of explaining what Day of the Dead is and what it means. And it's a great story and it's so good and the animation is wonderful. I mean, I love Coco and I just saw Coco because of London. London told me about Coco, I think last year. And it's so good. And yes, get the tissues. Get the tissues. And Mac had actually been telling me about Coco as well. Told me it was really good, but I finally watched it and I did cry. It was really good. But our cocktail, Stella Rosa Peach. We had a splash of lime juice, a splash of triple sec, because the splash is all I had. And then we did the sugared rim. And it was a build in our glass. And that's what it looked like. That is what it looked like. Yes. Dia de los Muertos is how you pronounce it. But it translates to Day of the Dead. But this is what it looked like. I did the sugared rim. Of course, I had some Halloween sprinkles, so I just put those on my plate. You put a little simple syrup. That's the simple syrup right there around the rim. And that will help the sugar to stick. So yeah, we rimmed today. And that's what this cocktail was. And I don't know, what should we call this? Like, I really don't have a name for it, but it was really good. It's really good. So I'm going to put that to the side. I love it. Okay. Lock, tell the peoples. What's the name of it? Are you on the mic? he forgot. Okay. Hey, Funk Lore, how you doing? Yes, we're talking about rimming. We are. You walk in when we're talking about rimming. Look, Funk Lore said it. He said we talking about rims. The light should be turned off on you, Funk Lore. All right. Then our next drink, we used the Four Roses. Again, my favorite bourbon of all time. High rye content in this. So you get that kick from the rye spice. You get a little apricot, pear, cinnamon, toasted oak. To me, this is the perfect blend. This is single barrel. So all of it comes out of one barrel. That means it tastes different every time, every bottle you buy in a sense. And I kind of like that. I like the whole surprise. So we use that. And we use the Lorena Blood Orange. That's what that looks like. We use that. And then I decided it needed a little bit of something. So I added the Reed's ginger beer. This is the original. They also have diet as well. If you want to watch your calories, but this is what it is. Yeah. Hey, Stormy, how you doing? Yes. Try the Four Roses. Four Roses has been my favorite bourbon for a long time. When I first started drinking brown, I drank Jack Daniels. And I drank that for a long time. And then finally I went into other bourbons. I took a foray into other bourbons and I really like Four Roses. It is roughly about $30 to $40 depending on where you live. The single barrel is a little bit more, but they have many variations of Four Roses. Of course, they have the original single barrel. They have select. They have a lot of different variations of it, but all of them are good. Everything that I've tried that was Four Roses was excellent. So that's what we did for our second drink. And then, of course, my drink that was marinating over here from last time when I hung out with London, the Old Smoky Salty Caramel Whiskey. And you can use any caramel whiskey you like, but the Old Smoky and the Bird Dog are the ones that I recommend. Crown Royal also makes a salted caramel whiskey, which is very good, but sometimes it's a little challenging to find, but these you will always be able to find. And then use whatever apple cider of your choice. And I sliced up some apples, put them in a jar, let them marinate, and that's what it looks like. Tastes just like a caramel apple. This is really good. And shout out to London again for giving me that one. So those were the drinks that I made today. My garnishes, I used my dehydrated oranges. Bought those at Whole Foods. No, I didn't. I bought those at World Market. Let me get it right. Bought them at World Market. It was like $6 for a whole box of them. And I've had this box for a minute. I've been hanging on to it because it's dried fruit. So it doesn't really go bad. At least for a while, because it says best by June 20th, 2026. So I still got time to use them. Of course, you can dehydrate your own oranges if you want to, but that works as well. And then just for some little festive stuff, I got the little spider rings. And I just cut those in half and put them on the side of the glass, the orange ones, and the black ones. And that was just to give it a little Halloween look. Okay. So whatever you want to use. And then I put bones, little plastic bones. These were little plastic bones about $1 No More store. So all of that worked. So just some fun Halloween stuff that you can do. So I want to talk to you all about what we got coming up, because we got some stuff coming up, right? Let's talk about Beats for a Cure, because that's why we're here, right? We are here for Beats for a Cure this entire month. And we're going to get to that. Goes all the way up to November 1st. So this is the schedule. Okay. Somebody said we lost sound. Okay. We back. Are we back, y'all? Yes. Yes. Okay. They're still saying lost mic. Okay. It's back. Okay. We back. Okay. All right. So on Saturday, the 25th, we have 2 live events, and we'll talk about those. But we have 2 live events. But the Raid Train also kicks off at 10 p.m. We have swirls, we have abs, we have Beats for a Cure. When you see that, that will be some content that revolves around Beats for a Cure, probably videos and whatnot. During that time, that's the overnight slots. Then we have Tom and Brian B, Vibe Curator, Flossie, DJ Detroit, Diva 929, MC2J Man, Prodigy, C Sharp, and then we have K-Lock at 10. He will be closing out from 10 to 12. Then the next day, we have DJ Reg. Is it Reg or Reg? Reg. Thank you. I never knew that. Beats for a Cure, whenever you see that again, that's content. That'll be videos and different things that are shown during that time. LV kicks it off at 8 a.m. We have Selecta. We have One Reason, Sax Dragon, Kelly Vision, Relly Rail, Kim Blue, and DJ Dark Knight. And then on the 28th, again, some more Beats for a Cure content. We have Mike Tempo, Daddy Priest, DJ D-Man, the man, the myth, the legend, and the curator of this whole event, as well as the CEO for Beats for a Cure. We have Lady G, Molly Party, Nita Dawn, OE, Malachi, and Diamond Lee. And then on Wednesday, the 29th, some more content for Beats for a Cure. Sam Tweaks, Marcus J, Crazy Berry Town, CBT. Classics, Twomp, Lance Reynolds, Jay Jonah, Big Stove, and Gemini. And then on the 30th, more Beats for a Cure content. Break One, Sir Scratch, New York Boss Lady, Chanel B, Novocaine Omega, which is also, she's also a Black Girl Gamer. Same person, just so you know. Lockdown, Drake, Tally, and then me, y'all, at 8 p.m. from 8 to 10. I will be on with some annex and shenanigans. And then we will raid into DJ Big Al. So that will be my Halloween / Beats for a Cure show. And then on Halloween, on the 31st, we have Patrick's Vinyl, more Beats for a Cure content, Vance Dale, DJ Daz, The House Show, DJ Deuce, Blue Collar, Feel Good, Liddell, Mish Mish, The Call is 06. And then we will round it out on the 1st with more content from Beats for a Cure, Davis C. Dennis, Tam Jams, Funky Nikki, and she really is. She's dope. Kev G, Drew Williams, DJ P-Sub, Ebony ATL, D-Man at 8, and then Ghost Boogie. So, London says some more slides next week. Yes, there will be more slides next week. But y'all, since I'm kind of on the big stage, I'm on a grand stage next week, I promise y'all, you don't have nothing to worry about. But really, truly, honestly, candidly, please donate. Please donate to Beats for a Cure. I would love it if you all would support me and donate to me. Each streamer is tasked with raising $1,000. I was sharing with Locke that I always feel challenged because I only come on once a week. But you know what? Last year, we did the damn thing. I raised that $1,000, and I'm confident that this year I will do the same. Though I'm biting my nails a little bit, I'm confident. So please support, but support where you can. And it doesn't matter how much you give. $5, $1, $10, whatever. And speaking of that, I got a little incentive for y'all, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. But let's talk about the live events. Let's talk about that next. So, Beats for a Cure Live is happening Saturday. This Saturday, y'all. It is all going down. On the flyer, it says 9 to 10 for the North event. It's actually going to be 10 to 10 because we did have one streamer that was not able to participate. So therefore, it will be from 10 to 10. It will be streamed on Twitch on Beats for a Cure. Make sure you are following the Twitch stream Beats for a Cure. Also follow Beats for a Cure 2. Those are the two stream names. So you will see North on Beats for a Cure and you will see South on Beats for a Cure 2. That is in conjunction and collaboration with the Fresh Radio Show. You can get tickets there if you're here in the Atlanta area. Go ahead and give a shout out to London Michelle, to LaWanda Baskerville, and to CCCCCC Cruz, who will be in town visiting, who will be assisting me with that event. I am the liaison for that event. And a shout out to Locke, who will be doing the technical aspects for Fresh Radio Show Beats for Cure South, because he will be there as well. I'm super excited about the event. We have a lot of cool things that we're going to be raffling. We'll be collecting donations and things that we'll be giving away as well. But if you're here in the Atlanta area, please go to FreshRadioShow.com to get your tickets. There are also still tickets available for North. Now, at the beginning of the show, I shared with you all that there have been some tickets that have been donated for this event, for the North event in Cleveland. If you are in the Cleveland area, only if you're in the Cleveland area and you know you can utilize the tickets, please whisper me. Okay, we can make that happen for you, but you have to be able to get to Cleveland to go to the event. Okay, so please do that. If you're in the area, it'll be free to you. Lakita will be there with bells on, she said. And I know a lot of you all are already attending. A lot of you all are attending here in Atlanta. I'm super excited. I am very honored and privileged that LV is going to be a part of this. Fro is going to be a part of it. Ebony is going to be part of it. Like, our Twitch fam is going to be there. Legacy from Fresh Radio Show is going to be phenomenal. But I'm really honored that D-Man is trusting me with his baby. And I promise, D-Man, wherever you are, if you're listening, if you're lurking, I'm going to take good care of it. I promise I will rock it and hold it and change its diaper and give it a bottle when it needs it. Okay? I'm going to take good care of it. As well as Locke will with the technical aspects of it. So I'm super excited about it. So next week, y'all, Panky will be here. Well, Panky is actually going to be at the live event here in Atlanta. I'm just saying. She might not be shaking it up like she was in Cleveland, but she will be seen. She will be seen. I'll just say that. And as I said, I'll have a story and some pink drinks, another slideshow. I promise to behave, all of that. People are like laughing. People are laughing about that. The people that I'm talking about are Locke, who's laughing in studio at that. But again, I'm going to behave myself. I promise you it'll be a good slideshow. If anybody wants to send me a photo of them in their pink bra outside of their clothing, feel free to do so because, as I said, Pinky will be here. She'll be here next week. I'm looking forward to it. The show will start at 8 o'clock. I'm on from 8 to 10. Okay, so when I be here at 7, don't come rolling in here at 7. Come rolling in here at 8 next Thursday. Locke, will you please tell the people when you are on? He had to get his mic together. Y'all, he's a little, you know, he's healing. That's what we're going to say.
That is very true.
Yeah, he's a little bit under the weather today, but y'all send him tots and prayers to, you know.
Tots and pears.
And pears to heal because, yeah.
Yes. So as everybody saw, I am on Sunday for Beats for a Cure. Definitely give to Lisa so that she won't be DFL.
Please.
But also give it to me because I don't want to be DFL. No, but seriously though, no, definitely. I mean, no matter what, as Lisa said, no matter where you give, please, right? The main point is give to this amazing foundation so we can eradicate this foolishness that breast cancer and all cancers
yes.
that have been definitely devastating our community in general, but definitely want to make sure we take care of that. So
yes, definitely.
But I'll be on Sunday at 10. My official Beats for a Cure stream is at 10 p.m. on Sunday.
Yes. So please make sure you tune in. And speaking of Beats for a Cure and donations and all that good stuff, y'all look what I have. Look at this. Can we zoom in on that? Do y'all see that? That's a Panky pen. That is a bra with a little ribbon, and it's a pen. You see that? So these are special. These are special. So this is something special for the Twitch folks. Okay. Anybody who donates to my stream $10 or more, I will send you one. Okay. Also, last year, I said I would randomly draw for you to go to the Beats for a Cure site and you can choose a t-shirt of your choice or an item of your choice. That stands again this year. That will be a random drawing. I'll put everybody's name in a hat that donated to me at the end of my show, or I'll say the next show, right? We will probably have till early November to submit our bits and subs, I'm thinking. But if you are interested in this special pen, if you donate, and I mean, let's be real, y'all. It'll probably cost me more to ship this to you. Probably cost me more to put in an envelope and mail it to you. But if you donate $10 or more starting today, and please put your Twitch name on it. Thank you, London. You have to put your Twitch name on a donation page so we know who you are. Starting today, I will look at the donations. You get this special Panky pen, right? I saw these and I was like, this is perfect. Okay. And this is something exclusive for the Twitch people. This is not something I'm putting out there for everybody, because I appreciate you all. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you coming in here with me every week. I don't ever take your presence for granted. I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. I want to say thank you to London for her mod support, her great ideas, because you all, London gives me great ideas for the show and outside of the show. Thank you so much. She does the flyers. The flyer that she did this past week was phenomenal. So thank you, London, for that. Thank you, Cruz. Thank you, Natty. Thank you, Locke. I appreciate you all, but I appreciate you all being here for my shenanigans, my madness, the crazy slideshows, all that. I appreciate it. And again, anything that you can do to give to the cause, we're grateful for it. Okay. Because this is really, really important. And I know we have lots of things we can give to, talk about it all the time, but whatever you can give, we appreciate it. Okay. It is well utilized. It is needed. And we're going to keep moving forward with this thing. So let me take a look at who's on to see where we can go. Okay. And I'm going to drink my drink. Now, hopefully y'all got some drink ideas. And next week we drinking pink. We might have one Halloween drink, perhaps, and then we'll probably do some pink drinks because it's Beats for a Cure. We got to do some pink stuff. And I'm thinking I might find like some gummy spiders or worms or something like that I can kind of soak in some liquor. Like, I think that'd be really good. Really, really good. But all the drinks were really good. All right, so let me take a look at who is on. Ooh, that's a lot of people. Okay. That's a lot of folks on. Who knew, right? On Thursday, so many people were on. I'm looking. Let's keep it in kind of like, I'll say this, the Beats for a Cure fam. Can we go to Vance? I see him. Let's go to Vance still. Let's support him. We should be all right. He might be getting ready to raid out at 9, huh? Is he on a raid train? Okay. Let's go over, though. Let's go over and support him for a little bit. I will see you all on the 30th at 8 p.m. Please follow me on IG. Please go to my site on, it sort of totally escaped me, right? YouTube. I just had a moment. On YouTube, I was about to say TikTok, and I ain't even on TikTok. Damn it, these drinks, and this red hair, this hot ass wig, and these horns, it did it. But on YouTube, so you can check out all of the past content. Please support. Thank you, Tally. Thank you so much. And I will see y'all on Thursday. And if you're here in Atlanta, I'll see you on Saturday at the Beats for a Cure South event. And I got something special for the Twitch people, so y'all come and check me out, okay? But I'll see y'all. Cheers. Drinks was good.